and they've got all of that. They can show that they're related. They can also show counter proof of, I believe, what she's saying on live now. And they can also give lots and lots of evidence for those people who might think that this is the wrong thing to do, Angie. I'm going to let these women explain. But what I would say is that there is a pattern of behaviour that is very, very, very dangerous for those people that are being targeted. And she is getting better at telling these stories and getting people into lots and lots of trouble. Not me, but other people. And I'm just going to stop now because the ladies who are coming in, because of certain things that she's, I believe, just said on her live, they're just taking a little bit of advice, but they will be joining.
Yeah. I've made you mod for this cockapoo, so you can put them in the box. I don't know exactly who they are. And Cockapoo is going to host this. Is that okay, Cockapoo, that you host this live this evening?
That's fine, because I don't want it to go south. I'm really conscious that there's potentially going to be some lashback on me, but my view is that if somebody is saying the things that they're saying and then trying to stand behind mental health when there's some evidence that, you know, it's not the type of mental health. I think that there are some issues, but it's not that type of problem.
Do you want me to turn the comments off? Or are you happy with them on?
I'm happy with the comments on, as long as people are respectful to the ladies that are coming in the box, and also be respectful about the lady they're going to talk about. Yeah. So this is awareness, because they want to bring this and talk about this on the app. Okay. I think, can you let yourself
hours actually as well, so you can put them in?
Yeah, I don't know whether they're actually here or not. I don't think I've got access. I can't see the thing.
I've given you access now, so you should be able to see who's.
Okay.
Anyone's in the book at the moment.
It just all I've got is the option to go live together with you.
Yeah, it should be. You should be able to see now. There's no one in the box though. Anyway, do you have those powers to have a look?
No, they're not there. Oh. Do you know what I am going to do though? I am going to get rid of Cockapoo is a bully, because they're using the face of the woman that she's dot.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Let me just.
Maybe she'll be embarrassed about that when she hears the story.
I don't know why. I've given it to you. I don't know why you can't see.
There is a Keepers here. So it says Katie's here. So this Reaper's Keepers account. Can you just let them in, Angie? Because I haven't got box access, mod access.
In the box, she's not here.
Can you just say who's here? Can you request the boxes if you're the people that want to come and talk about this?
Mm-hmm. Or if she can make a comment and I can invite her.
Let's see. Can you make a comment, please, guys? Request the box and then just come in.
Yeah.
I know you're confused, but it'll all become clear. Let me just ping her on my other phone. Canadian Angie's trying to talk the ladies out of coming on the live. I don't think so. They're actually determined. It's me that's been just checking that this is the right thing to do. Let me just. Are you?
I'll ask if they want to. I've got someone in the box now. I'll ask if they want to keep the comments off or here she goes.
Okay.
Shall I put her on the big screen?
Yeah, please. I think also she's got somebody else that she wants to bring in with her.
Are you happy for the comments to stay on, or do you want me to turn them off?
Kirsten, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Have you got somebody else that you want to bring into the boxes with you?
Yes, my sister.
Okay, can she request the box and then you'll let her in?
Yeah, I'm hoping she's in here.
If she requests the box, then Angela let her in.
I'll just message her now and ask her if she's coming in.
Okay.
Is it Kirsty? Do you want me to turn the comments off, or are you okay for them to stay on?
No, they're okay to stay on. A lot of these people are going to need to know the truth. Like, I am aware that she is now back live and again mentioning my husband's name with a lie. So
Just wait until you've got your friend there, and then we can start from the beginning, because it'll. I know that it's very stressful for you.
Is it Roxanne?
Yeah, Roxy.
Yeah. For those people that are angry that we're doing this, think about this: if this was your husband or your brother or your son.
He didn't abuse her as a child. Adele, no, he fucking didn't abuse her as a child. If he abused her as a child, why would she sit on his lap? Fucking 13 years old. No, what? Calm down. No.
Roxanne, please, just
We'll do it properly, okay? We'll do it properly.
please.
We'll do it properly, look.
I can't, Kirsty, I can't sit here and do that with the comments.
I know.
Turn the comments
But we'll
off.
do it
Turn the
properly.
comments off then, please. Yeah, turn the comments off. I don't know how to turn them off, Ange.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
We'll do it properly, look.
I know this is stressful. I really understand it. But the way to get this across to the people who are listening is to just take it calm, take it slow, and then, you know, if people want to come in the box and ask some questions, then let's go for that as well, hey?
What words you use? We don't want to get bananaed.
Yeah, don't get bananaed, because we want to get the story out there. So Kirsten, do you want to start and just talk it through?
Yeah. So Lisa is my husband's niece. I've been with my husband 12 years, married 10. I've known Lisa since she was 12 years old. Let's just start with Lisa's always been a manipulative liar. But I won't go into stories as a child because I can't get back that far. What I can get is, back in 2017, me and Lisa had a fallout. Lisa then proceeded to tell people that my husband had raped her as a child, at 11 years old.
Can we say graped? Because certain words can get you bananaed.
Sorry, so graped.
I've got someone else. Sorry, don't mean to interrupt you, but I've got someone in the box. Where's she gone? Oh, she's gone now. I was wondering if it's something to do with you, but carry on.
So she accused my husband of raping her as an 11-year-old child. My husband took it down to the police station himself. Bearing in mind, while this was going on, my husband went missing and tried to kill himself because of the accusation.
If you can, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. Just say unalived.
Oh, no, right, okay, sorry. I've never done these, and it's difficult. It's really difficult.
Yeah.
So, nearly unalived himself. My husband then proceeded to carry on and take it down to the police station and deal with it appropriately. So, when all the evidence was proven that what Lisa had said was a lie by the ages because she was actually living with her father, the police was going to arrest Lisa. And they couldn't touch her under the Mental Health Act because she had put herself in the Dales. 2 years, which again was NFA'd. 2 years after that, I had a random phone call from Lisa on her ex-partner's account. She was crying down the phone for blaming her mental health. She was saying that she'd been diagnosed with bipolar. Sorry, my little boy just come in. Being diagnosed with bipolar, and begged for our forgiveness. So I didn't forget and I didn't forgive, but I thought, okay, mental health, can't mess around that stuff. Let her back into his lives. I did a hell of a lot for her. I raised funds, and so did other people in the chat, helped me raise funds for her son that was in hospital poorly. And yes, he was poorly. I won't deny that he was poorly. He did have sepsis and he was in intensive care.
About the stuff that she said, though.
Well, you can talk about.
We'll get into that. Yeah. So we did raise a lot of funds for him. She did tell me that he had lost his toes.
So you've got a warning, Kirsten.
Yeah.
So I've had to kick her so she can come back again.
I knew that was going to happen because she'd just been pre-warned that this was happening. Yeah. She got pre-warned. She was slagging you off. She was slagging everybody else off.
Look,
And
let's-
honestly,
Roxy, honestly,
I can't keep it calm because
No,
what
I know,
I've just witnessed, that was horrible.
but please,
Yeah, just try and
Right,
keep it.
I'm back.
if,
back.
if we keep it calm, we can get the story out.
Yeah, we'll keep it very calm.
Go on.
So as I was saying, she did fabricate some things as to her son's health. Lisa was never ever sectioned during that time while her son was in hospital. I can prove that because every fundraiser I set up, Lisa attended and was given the money. Every time, I even set up an interview with Evening Courier with Lisa, with her son, which proves in there that she was apparently by his bedside every day, apart from when she was attending the fundraisers that I'd set up.
See this
so she was
photo
never
here? Hang on a minute, Kirsty. You see this photo here that I'm putting up now on my green screen?
Mhm.
Apparently 2 years before this photo that I'm putting up now, her uncle is supposed to have raped her.
Wait, you can't use
Roxanne,
that.
say great, say great.
Raped her. 2 years before that photo. 2 years before that photo, her uncle with the stripy t-shirt is the one that's supposed to have raped her. Right? Would she be doing that? Right? If he had raped her. Would she be doing that? No, she wouldn't.
Let's go on to the fact that it was cleared anyway, so it was investigated and it was all cleared, right?
It was all NFA'd. Yes, it was all NFA'd. They couldn't touch Lisa under the Mental Health Act. So that was all cleared, and Lisa did contact me back, and we did have some sort of like relationship.
You can't see that
everything was
photo,
great.
but that is another NFA photo. That is an NFA from the police station.
Yeah. Carry on, Kirsty.
So obviously everything was going fine, and then I noticed that a lot of things that Lisa was telling me was fabricated with who was in his toes and stuff like that, because I went to the hospital myself and I seen him in hospital, and when she left the room I checked his toes and his toes was all there.
So you'd been told.
Also,
you've been told that due to the sepsis that he'd lost his toes, and when you checked,
that's what she told us. Not just me, but she told a lot of other people as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously I raised funds then to try and help with his sensory needs and help him be able to live a normal life at home. Via coffee mornings, fundraising. We went to church, did a fundraising there, set up his. It's quite upsetting actually.
I know.
Kirsty, I'm fucking fuming.
No. Just honestly keep it nice, because otherwise we won't get to everything.
So I did a lot for the little boy, and so did many others. Many others helped me, and they're probably in here now listening. So obviously I ended up falling out with Lisa again just after her birthday.
Because she stole your fucking money. Because she stole your money from your bank card and you pulled her up about it.
Yep. She stole my money. I lent her my bank card, which I've got text messages to prove, and I never ever got my bank card back. And she was helping herself willy-nilly to my money. And then there were another case, obviously, that I can't speak about on here, but something happened in February last year, where she came up and said something to me, which that's getting dealt with.
Yeah.
So then, obviously, because I've dealt with that and I've stopped that situation, this is when she then... Oh, God. I lost my sister in October last year.
You're right, Kirsty. There's no rush. Just take it slow. I know it's been a while you've wanted to get this out.
Been a while.
So,
been years, mate.
I lost my sister. I lost my sister. October last year, 30th of October. She just fell asleep and never woke up. So, through all that time, me and my sister have had to deal with a bit of trauma with watching my sister come out in the body bag and going to the funeral home and picking her clothes. And then, while all this was going on, I'm sorry. While all this was going on, just after I buried my sister, Lisa proceeded to go on TikTok on her old account and start saying horrible things about my sister in the box now, and my sister that's passed away, saying Union Street's finest. which for people, if they don't understand what that is, that's somebody who was on recreational drugs.
Yeah.
And my sister was clean. She just went to sleep and didn't wake up. So while all that was going on, she was saying horrible things. So my sister in the box now retaliated by trying to speak the truth. So next thing we know, February the 14th, I was at my sister's grave, as I do every night with my dad. And I had a phone call from my babysitter who said, Kirsty, the police have just been and they've raided your house for your husband. So I was like, what's going on? What the hell? What's going on? So I went to the police station and I asked him, but the doors was closed. What's going on? Why did the police come to my house? And she said, it's okay, just go back home. We'll come out and speak to you. I was like, that's fine. 4 o'clock the next morning, 15th of February, the police barged in my house and arrested my husband for apparently sharing an indecent image of Lisa. So my husband was arrested in front of my children, which caused upset to them.
Traumatising.
And caused upset.
See, this guy here is supposed to have done whatever to her, but then he rang, when he told the police what she'd been saying, she played on the mental health act, and she's still doing it now. And because she knows that this is going on tonight, she has done it tonight. Again, accusing him of abusing her when she was younger.
Yeah.
What, you wouldn't be anywhere near anybody that abused you. I've been raped when I was 18-year-old. I was raped when I was 18-year-old. I know. I would go there. I knew the person that done it to me. Everybody know. He was a family friend that done it to me. If a family member had done that to you, you would not sit there and take pictures. You wouldn't sit there, take pictures, be all happy and smiley if they'd raped you. Nah.
But that's also come back as NFA, hasn't it?
All three accusations.
Yeah.
NFA, yes.
Yeah.
So obviously we didn't know what picture she'd sent to the police. While all this time she was on live saying apparently that I'd been arrested, my husband had been arrested, and the one in the box now, Roxanne, that she'd been arrested. That was not the case. It was only my husband. He was bailed for 5 weeks while they checked his phone, because they had his phone, and I gave my phone willingly to the police, willingly, because we share the same account, we share the same Google, TikTok, everything, Facebook, the lot. So after we were just about to go down to the police station to answer his bail, we got a phone call off the officer who was dealing with it. Said to us that the digital experts had checked the phones, was never found on our phones, never.
The pictures.
And that it also proved that the pictures was photoshopped, and there was a clear Photoshop, and it was a photo over the photo over the photo. Now, bearing in mind, the one of her son, she never reported. I reported that. I reported the one she said that I threatened to unalive her child. I reported that one. She didn't. Now, we have a victim letter from the police stating that we are actually the victims of Lisa Marie Allinson.
Can you put that up, Roxy?
And that she wasn't allowed to mention our names.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't blocked the address out.
Can you put your thumbs over it?
The address is not blocked out.
Well, just turn the letter. Can you turn the? Oh, is it on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe you can post that afterwards. I've seen it, guys. So I've seen the letter. And in fact, before we did this, what we said is that we absolutely needed to have proof and visibility of that. So, Lisa, I think moving on to February time, you blocked everything on the TikTok, and you never saw her, did you?
No, everything
Well,
was blocked.
yeah, I blocked her on Facebook before then, but on TikTok I blocked her and had no contact whatsoever with her. I've not spoken about, I've not bothered with her, but we've seemed to have been the focus of her attention, you know, to try and ruin us. I don't know for what reason. The only reason why I'm speaking about it now is because I wasn't aware of what was going on with Cockapoo until someone messaged me recently and said, this is what's going on, and it's clear proof that she's doxed Cockapoo's message and picture and this, that and other. So then I reached out and said, this has happened to me, and by God, I'm thankful I'm strong enough to get through it, and so is my husband, because she's going to pick on someone who's very vulnerable one day, and that vulnerable person will probably either unalive themselves or end up seriously hurt because of her actions.
Yeah.
She's very clever. She's very manipulative. She knows how to work the system. She knows exactly what she's doing, and she'll play on mental health. Bearing in mind, there has never been any proof of this mental health. She could quite easily pull up her patient portal and prove that she has been sectioned under the Mental Health Act, and that also she's on these type of medications, and that she's been diagnosed with MS, epilepsy, adult death syndrome. Adult death syndrome. Bearing in mind, adult death syndrome, you only get diagnosed with that by a coroner when you actually passed away.
When you're actually dead.
Yeah. Also, she's got a permanent.
I've got receipts.
Also she's got a permanent stent in her kidney, which you can't have permanent stents in your kidney. It's from 6 to 12 weeks. You can have a stent in your kidney and it gets removed. So that again is another lie.
Can we
also,
talk about? Can we talk?
The statement she made about her ex-partner.
Yeah.
Her ex-partner, which I'm not. Yeah. So I'm not going to mention his name because probably some of his family are in here and it's not fair to them. But she told a lot of her followers, which everybody's seen her videos, and I hope her followers are here, and I hope they can see the comments, because she told them that he raped his own daughter, and he
can't use that word.
And he raped, is it raped? Yeah. He raped, and his own daughter raped her,
and he gave
and that he was sent. Well, don't say no name. And yet he was sent to prison for she told me 16 years. Now I bumped into him the week after she told me this outside Poundland. And I knew it were a lie again. I thought, you what a lie. You're a liar. Her own mother told me the same thing. So her own mother's a liar as well. So you learn from the best, don't you? Which she's learned from her mother. And yet, Craig's never been to prison. He's not in prison. I know I mentioned his name and I'm so sorry, but she's already put it on TikTok herself. It's all there. But I'm trying to clear his name as well, because he's innocent and he is a victim of this, and it's not fair. He is not in prison, and he has never ever been in prison, and also he has never ever done any of them things to his children, ever, period. She's obsessed with that kind of behaviour, and it's disgusting, absolutely disgusting.
So what Lisa did on one of her lives is she revealed a court document, and the court document had her name on, his name on, the children's name on, and it mentioned the Jenny Bradshaw lady. And I don't know specifically what that was to do with, something over the children's court, I think.
You know what that was to do with? Because Lisa up and left her 2 kids for Craig to look after while she went gallivanting, catching you Willie over in Bradford. And she told Craig that she'd gone, she was in hospital for a kidney transplant.
How did he find out?
Yes.
That's all true. Yes, he found out.
Yeah. So where did the 2 children that she's accused the father of doing something to, where are they now?
They do not live with Lisa at all. I know, I've seen that video where she says that they live with her. They do not live with Lisa.
Okay.
No, they live with Craig's family member, and Craig sees them on a weekly basis. Kirsty, you've already mentioned his name, so it doesn't matter if I mention his name.
No, I thought you were going to mention it. I thought you were going to mention the name.
No, not the person that they're living with, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they live with his family. And if Craig had done that to them 2 kids, right, the social services would not allow them kids to be put with any of his family member knowing where that person lives. They wouldn't do it. I've been in the social care myself. Yeah, I've been whipped all over the fucking place.
And he's not in prison, and he's never been to prison. And
No, he's definitely not.
my understanding is that you
He's definitely not.
and told him about the accusations, didn't you?
I did.
And what was his response to that?
I did. He wasn't very happy. He was quite angry.
I think it could be a police matter, to be right fair.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if there's anything else to share. I know that people want to know whether I am Jenny Bradshaw, but I'm not Jenny Bradshaw. The lady, now you can see that there is background to the fact that she has forged documents, and she forged a message from me from my TikTok account that I didn't send her. You have a point of view that I provoked her and bullied her in some way, but actually, from my perspective, what she said was, quite damning, and I basically wanted to know whether she was using my real name and just making up a story. It sounds like some of it's true, but certainly I'm not that person. And since speaking, since doing my own background investigation on it, the role that lady performs, this Jenny Bradshaw, she doesn't work directly with the family. She works and advises the court on what the best proposal is for the children. So if you remember on one of the videos, she said she had day-to-day contact with me over a period of 3 years.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I've reached out now to the organisation where the lady works, and I've informed her of the accusations that have been made about Jenny being related to the family, which she isn't. And they are also referring that through proper channels, and that's all I'm going to say.
And somebody else has to come up.
May I just
Anja.
may I just add also that which I did forget to mention because I've gotten so upset by everything. Lisa messaged her landlord last year and said she could not pay her rent due to the fact that her child had passed away. And I've got that message.
She's already warned viewers tonight that you're going to mention that. Trust me, she had all that covered tonight in her life.
Yeah, because she knows exactly what she's doing. She's clever. But the thing is, the landlord sent his wife to the house the next day. I spoke to the landlord on the phone because she was going around telling people I'd actually done it. So I spoke to him on the phone, and he said, I sent my wife to the house. Lisa answered the door. She gave her the card, and she cried to my wife saying, I'm just waiting for the vicar to come.
Yeah.
And this was the next day. Now, I'm sorry, but the landlord has no reason to speak to me on the phone and lie. He had no reason to say, look, Kirsty, this is exactly what happened. And he actually sent me the message that Lisa sent to him.
Yeah. I just want to say, so I think the Clip King got a clip. It was the first one that I'd seen on FYP, where there was some suggestion that she was being forced at the weekend to be sectioned. Do you want to talk a little bit about her whereabouts over the weekend? Because we all live in the same place, and there was.
Yes, I'll talk about that. So my son has been in Poole. My son has been in Poole in hospital. He had breathing problems. There was an oxygen and nebulizers for 6 days. So she's telling people now that she is in the mental hospital. She is not in no mental hospital. My son's bedroom, which I've sent pictures to Cockapoo, was straight across facing the Dales Hospital entrance. I was there waiting and watching. She never showed up. That night, I was down at A&E having a quick cigarette. And lo and behold, who do I see getting wheeled over the road? Lisa. Lisa was wheeled over the road into A&E. She didn't get admitted because Tuesday she was out drinking with her mother in the pub all day, living life to the large, absolutely loving it.
Put that on big screen, please, Anja.
Yeah, that hasn't got any addresses or an address on it or anything, has it?
No, it's been.
No, she's blocked it out.
Oh, it's blocked out. Okay.
Okay, is that the no
You can't see it all, can you? You can't. You can't see it all.
don't worry, because what they'll do is they'll clip it and make it bigger to have a look at. That's what people.
So yes, that is the letter that we received after the NFA proving that my husband was actually the victim of Lisa Marie.
So look, I don't know whether you're comfortable now, because I think we've said as much as we can. Whether you're comfortable now to have the comments on, because I think people, probably have got a point of view.
Yeah.
Angie, I don't know whether you want people in the boxes or whatever.
Yeah, I think people's questions I think are going to be, about other evidence. Obviously,
Right. Can I just say one thing about other evidence? What evidence has Lisa proved any of her stuff that she's accounted for in this app? Because all she does is sit there telling her story, but what evidence has she shown? What evidence has she give people other than her word? Just like we're giving our word, you don't have to believe us. You're not entitled to believe us because we're just giving our word. But what evidence has she shown? We've shown you some of our evidence.
Can I just ask one question? Because people have said she's been sectioned. Is that true?
No.
No. She put herself in the mental hospital once back in 2018, if I'm correct, and it was due to the fact that she didn't get arrested for the NFA against my husband yet again.
Right. Okay. Shall I open? Are you happy for me to open boxes, Cockapoo, and everyone? Are you happy for me to do that?
Right. I'll put myself on mute.
Yeah.
So, if anyone wants to ask questions, they can do.
Yeah. And shall I put the comments back on?
Yeah. You do what you, Angie. It's your live, love. You do what you want.
Well, it should, I don't want anything to upset you in the comments or anything. So, okay, I'll put some. I've got a few people in the box. Yeah. In the boxes. Give me a sec.
The other thing is people don't believe usually what's being said. So they
have every right not to believe. They have every right not to believe. But they've sat and believed her with no evidence proven. So nobody has to believe us at all. They can come at us with anything.
People at a time. Are you okay for that? So don't get too crazy.
Yeah, we like us now. We're sat in here in this box and we're giving our point across to 2.4k people. We're putting our point across to. They don't have to believe a word we're saying, right? But hundreds of people that enter in her box, what has she given to prove her side of this story? There's nothing given.
Apparently she's in a hospital setting, but I'd be careful. Yeah, I'd be careful, people. Because she can use backdrops, so I'd be careful.
Can I just say three things? There is evidence in one of the documentation you've got about her lying about being in hospital and lying about her child having pneumonia in 2018. That's on one of the documentation she's got.
Yes.
Also, I just want people to focus mainly on the disabilities and elements she's claiming to have. That's a big thing because she's claiming not only to have MS, but schizophrenia. She's claiming to have bipolar. She's claiming to have sudden adult death syndrome, epilepsy. The epilepsy has been proven on a document that it's all false. So people really need to focus in on what is the truth and what is not when it comes to what she claims to have. Because she's clearly unwell.
Yeah, just one second, Lisa. She's clearly unwell. One second, Shannon, do you want to speak, love?
She's a little wrong, and that's what this woman is. She needs to be outed for what she is, don't she?
Just be careful with the
She certainly does. And you can clarify that Craig hasn't ever been to prison.
He's never been to prison that I've known anyway, and I've known him for the last 5-6 years.
Guys, can I also just state, I assume she's got mental health as to why she's lying. I don't feel that should be mocked either, you know what I mean?
No mocking of mental health should be mocked. It's not mocking her. I think she's taking the mental health to a bit of an extreme where she's classing people as doing things that they're not without proof, and people are believing her. That's the extent of this girl is very, very unwell, and she does need to get herself sorted.
Yes.
We did believe her when she said that she was wrong about what Stephen had done to her, and it was down to mental health. Why she said it was him, and we didn't forgive her. We didn't forget it, but we put it past us because she has mental health issues. But there's no proof of the extent of her mental health issues. Now, don't get me wrong.
What's going around saying about people, though, could cause really bad problems for them later on in life.
And mental health is not a reason to be a shitty person. Mental health is not a reason to be a bad person.
No, it's not.
It's not an excuse to be a dickhead. It really isn't.
Can I say a few things?
Yeah.
I just want to say a few things before I am so angry. I think that you lot in the boxes are using Angie's platform to go at somebody that is clearly unwell, whether it's true, whether it's not true. NFA does not mean it didn't happen. How many children in this planet get NFA'd or don't have anybody that listens to them, and then no wonder that they then become adults fucked up? Because people like you, this is a family matter. This is not for TikTok. This is appalling. No, please let me finish.
She's the one that brought it to TikTok.
Please let me finish.
She's the one that brought it to TikTok. She brought it to TikTok, no one else.
She brought it to TikTok fucking years ago, darling.
And I would like to finish. It's irrelevant what she's saying on TikTok. Listen, right? Anybody can be anybody that they want to be on TikTok. Anybody can be whatever. If people choose to listen to her, listen. She hasn't done anything to children. She's not an R abuser.
That's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong.
She hasn't done the most serious of crimes, and you lot want to ridicule somebody that's on a live that is claiming she's in hospital.
She's not in hospital. She's at home.
Chilling.
She's at home. I watched her walk into a pub on Tuesday with her mother, fucking having a laugh and a fucking drunk, drinking pints down her head. She's not fucking here.
Let's stop swearing.
This is not for TikTok.
Right
to TikTok.
Well, then maybe she should go back to Lisa and tell her that it's not for TikTok when she's blasting innocent people.
Hey, can I have a little say?
Guys, whoa.
Listen, you, let him have the say. Let him have the say. Listen, let him have the say.
Ladies, can I have a little say? Guys, do you know before everybody's coming at these people for what they've done, yeah? And you're all saying it's disgusting what they're doing now. But can you remember there's one lady in this box, right, that is trying by everybody that is against her to be tarnished with something to do with children. Now, how about what has happened to Cockapoo? How about everybody running with that story? Do we think that's fine? Do we think that's okay?
Not at all.
No, I'm not meaning you. I mean everybody else that is doing lives and Cam 2-ing it and everything like this. This is what it's come to for Cockapoo to have to go so far to prove that she is innocent of everything she has been accused of with children. So never mind about how the lady's feeling. Never mind about what the lady this, the lady that. How about what everybody has tried to run a story and made a lady feel so fucking awful because there's rumours around the app to do with children.
Yeah.
How about that? That is not right, okay? So yes, they have come up here and they have literally stood on and said, look, what this lady is doing to this lady called Cockapoo is completely wrong and she's got a past record of it and here's the evidence. Now, I'm sorry, but these ladies, I'm sorry what you've gone through.
We've given our evidence, haven't we?
Yes, exactly that.
But what evidence is
I'm so sorry everybody's run with this story about you. I think it's disgusting. I'm so glad this live has happened. And from now on, everybody should leave that lady's name out their fucking mouths.
Yes, they should.
I'm just because she's echoing.
I don't know who it was. I think it's the other lady.
No, I think it might be Dave Duran. Sorry, Kirsten, I just kicked you. I couldn't really get word in just because I thought you were echoing. It was a really bad noise. I'll put you back in. Sorry about that. And can I just also say on top of what Dave said, 100%, you know, at the end of the day, yeah, she definitely must be going through something to be making up what she's making up and stuff. But we also need to think about Cockapoo and the people that she's accused. Also.
Exactly. Yes, we do need to think about that, Angie. We do
ruin someone's life either.
Yes, we do need to think about that. And do you know how many times she's tried to ruin Stephen's life, her own uncle's life, through false accusations? Yes, I know that NFA means there's no further action. And I do know that it means there's no evidence given. Yes, I understand that, right? But when you go into the police station and you give all your evidence and her stories aren't accounting for what she said. They've checked every corner of everything that she said. And the first time it's supposed to have happened, she was living with her dad because her mum couldn't cope. Because she was.
Can I say something if it's okay?
Yeah.
Just remember that this lady has targeted me on the app.
Yep.
She's brought her own personal business to the app, and this is the response to that. With regards to mental health, sure, it's clear that somebody who's got sort of that history that has been spoken about and what she's done with me, that's not right, okay? But
No, clearly, can I just say clearly, she definitely must have something wrong with her. I'm not saying she hasn't, because what kind of a person goes around making lies like that just to ruin people's lives and sits there and carries on and carries on and carries on? What I'm saying is, this girl has come on.
Sorry, Kirsty.
This girl has come on the app. Sorry, Papu.
I have the right to defend myself.
Yeah, you do.
And you might not like it. People in the comments might not like it, but I have the right to defend myself. I gave
this is what I'm getting at.
Conversation. The last thing I want to say on this before you guys can carry on, because I'll drop then. But the last thing I want to say is, for those people that have basically run lives on it and believed instantly what she said about me being involved in this case,
without proof,
with regards to the fact that the father of the children is in prison and he's not, that father could be your brother, your mother, your brother, your dad, your uncle, whatever. Remember that when you sat there saying, "Oh, Cockapoo's just trying to."
I was actually thinking myself when Pineapple came and she's in the box now and said, yeah, maybe it's not a good live to do, but when your name is spread across TikTok, in the most terrible way,
you want to defend it.
You've got to do anything to actually say, I'm an innocent person, this person has a background. And this is what the courts look at as well. When accusations are being made in court, they actually look at the background of a person, and say, well, you got background. They don't think, oh, you've got mental health, we're not going to actually put you away. People are in prison with mental health. They're not going to say, I'm not going to put you away because you've got mental health. They don't do that. So let's remember that as well, guys. Mental health is not an excuse to go and ruin someone's life.
No, it's not excuse.
Yeah. No. And also, can I just add, the woman that came in before, I don't know her name, who was at the bottom, who was saying this is not the place to do it, stuff like that. No, it's not. And I wasn't going to do it. I left it months and months and months. And not only that, Lisa took it upon herself to do that to us all over TikTok.
Just
all
after
over
the sister
TikTok.
died?
Angie, can I answer what you just said? And I completely get that somebody's name has been tarnished. However, respectfully to Cockapoo, she should know better. Cockapoo has got a lot of respect on the app. She doesn't actually, in my opinion, really care whether people believe that she's this woman or not. So it doesn't actually really matter, to Cockapoo. To the lady, potentially.
Why are you so angry? And why are you shouting?
I'm not shouting. I'm in the car. I'm not shouting. I'm in the car.
And I absolutely do care. So you're wrong.
Well, you're wrong. That makes it even worse.
We've never had a conversation. It makes it wrong that I care.
It makes it wrong that somebody is so... Sorry, go on, Kirsty.
Can I just say also, you mentioned that NFA doesn't mean it didn't happen. Then why is it that the police had my husband's phone with the Photoshop and everything like that, and my phone, and it was proven it was never on our devices? So yes, it does mean
Kirsty,
it never happened.
Let me clarify on that. First of all, I'm not shouting. I'm actually parked up in the car and I'm actually deaf in one ear. So I apologise if I come across as shouting. I'm not shouting at you. Now, Kirsty, I'm not saying that your husband, of course, did or didn't do anything. My point is that this app is so influential on people that there are so many children out there and adults, but in this instance children, that do not get believed because it's a family member or because whatever the circumstances is, that don't then hang on. Can I just say, I also have the text message to prove that she apologised to us and said it never happened and that it was actually other people that had done it to her. But Kirsty, I don't think that this is the right. First first of all, I don't think this should be on here, and I appreciate that you all said that she brought it onto TikTok, but let her be whoever she wants to be. She's not really doing anything dramatic to anybody. Of course she did to Cockapoo.
I'm not being funny, but can I just say,
video? You've not watched her live.
Have you not watched her video?
You've not
Can I say what
watched her video?
Pineapple, she's
you
trying
know
to...
what? I'm really upset about your comment because at the end of the day, this has affected our lives. She has affected our lives, and I'm sorry. Can you drop her because she's just talking absolutely? She affected my life. After I just lost my sister. It's a joke.
Listen, you need to go watch her first video then if you don't think that she's brought this to this app, because she was calling him a monster. She was calling him a monster and a predator online.
Roxanne, what about the TikTok she got
before?
before?
Can I just say one thing? At the end of the day, Pineapple, yes, NFA doesn't say it didn't happen, but NFA means no further action, which means you cannot go around accusing someone of that on a social media platform because that the case has been closed. It's no NFA, and like NFA doesn't mean it didn't happen, but it can mean
Of course, and of course. And listen, right, just you and I for 2 seconds, because they all talked just now all over each other and I didn't hear what they were all saying. But Ange, you of all people, right, on this app have had the worst kind of trolling and the worst kind of idiotic behaviour towards you. This other human being does not deserve to be ridiculed. This is I just don't think that this is helpful for them guys to bring into your platform. If Cockapoo, in my opinion, this is to you, Ange, I just want to have a real conversation with you, then I'm going to drop. If Cockapoo felt that bad about this, why didn't she use either her own platform or one of her friends' platform? Why did she bring it to you for you to then do it on your platform?
She didn't.
I'm talking. Respectfully, I just want Ange to answer.
Listen, I was asked to do it. I think David was out. David would have done it himself, and I said, yeah, no, that's fine. I didn't know the content of what was going to be said. To be honest, I didn't. But if somebody is going around, and using mentioning children, and accusing someone on the social media platform, that's not okay. And I don't care when anyone. I would have probably done the same thing if that was me being accused, and everyone thought I was this person. I probably would have done the same thing, and I think you deep down would have probably done the same thing if it was happening.
I probably wouldn't, Ange, but I'm not really a big on TikTok. But you and I know each other a little bit better than these other people in the boxes do. I wouldn't. But
nobody knows us.
Mental health. You've got to remember, Pineapple. Listen, a lot of people. We all suffer with mental health. Everyone suffers mental health on TikTok. You've got to remember, mental health is no excuse to be making accusations towards people. If you look like in prison, there's loads of people with mental health in prison. There's no excuse. There's no excuse to be, making accusations towards anyone. Now, a woman can make an accusation towards a man of rape or something, right? And that man can go to jail for something.
Of course.
It's not okay. Of course. It could be looked at. How many bloody innocent men are in jail? All women.
But Ange, you're not going to get to. But Ange, you're not going to get to the bottom of whether it's true or it's not true. So it's kind of irrelevant. None of you are judge and jury on here, and whether it's true or it isn't true, no one's going to get to the end. And this is ridiculous.
Can I just speak up then? What evidence has Lisa shown you? What evidence has Lisa shown you that this has happened?
To be honest, let me answer. First of all, I don't know her. I don't follow her, and I went in her live tonight because she is incredible. And I know you're all going to shout at me.
So you've just sat there and listened. You just sat there and listened.
No, she didn't tell me anything. No, you can say yes all you like. I'm telling you no. I went in there and
Dave, got an echo, love.
I went in there and just said to her, surround yourself with people that love you. That's it. I want her to make sure that she is safe tonight and that she isn't going to do something that someone at some point is going to do on this app, and then it's going to be too late. Whether it's Lisa, whether it's Miss Red, whether it's Angie, whether it's Pearl, whether it's somebody is going to do something on this app, and it's all
what
going
about
to be
the people
too late.
she's accusing of? What about the people she's accusing of? What about the people she's accusing of? What if they did something?
Can I just say something, please? Can I just say something, right? Can I just say something? She's coming here saying all this, so quite obviously she is enabling Lisa to carry on with her behaviour. People like that are sat in there enabling Lisa to carry on with that behaviour. This is why she gets worse. She gets worse because she's got people who don't know her, and she's gone to TikTok, and she's getting the attention she craves. Right? I'm not saying she hasn't got mental health issues.
Please, if that's okay. So one of the things that I would say is that when this story was brought to the app, It went into Canadian Angie's live and it was supported. It went into Miss Remy's live and it was supported.
Went to Evil Queen.
It went into a number of lives and it was believed. Now, I understand.
Exactly, you all sat there and
let me
listened to
finish,
it.
please. Let me finish. When somebody is saying that they've been, SA'd or SH'd or all of those things, I get that you have to believe the victim. I absolutely 100% get that. But now here's the thing. What she said about her ex-partner, what she said has happened to her children, complete and utter not true. And what she said about me being involved, not true. And so at this point, you have to say, you've got to give people the opportunity to show the other side of the story. Otherwise, anyone can come on and accuse anyone of anything. I think it's Canadian Angie in the bottom box. Never met her. Don't know her, not seen her face. I could come on and say,
that's not Angie.
Okay, the most horrendous things about her, and she would have to prove her innocence in TikTok world. Well, this isn't the real world, but that's what people have to do. You might not like it. It's not revenge. This is me saying these ladies have got a story about a woman who's told lots and lots of lies, and there are certain things that haven't been said tonight because they are still a police matter.
Yeah.
So, but let's not talk about them because I don't want that to cause you a problem, guys.
Can I just address something with what...
Sorry, Linz, can I just quickly say something? I did not come on here to ridicule her. I came on here to speak the truth and the truth only. I wasn't going to do this. I left it. I've had the evidence for a long, long time from the police. I wasn't going to come on here and do it. I was doing my own little thing on TikTok, supporting my family, supporting ADHD and supporting mental health and ASD. I wasn't bothered. Lisa has gone on this app and she's getting the attention by people who are currently enabling her behaviour. As the girl who came in before saying we shouldn't have brought this to app, Lisa brought it to the app herself. She put me and my family and my husband through so much stress at a time that I didn't need it. I did not need that stress. All for attention.
Something. I can't believe that lady who was just in said that Cockapoo didn't care about the person who she was being accused of being. Of course she does, because that girl is going to be targeted. People are going to try and find out who she is, and she's got nothing to do with anything.
Yeah,
it's so unfair. And the other thing I want to ask Kirsty, how's your husband? How is he?
Well, he hasn't coped. This is what I'm saying. We've had to struggle. He lost 2 jobs because of her accusations, which came back that it had not happened. He lost 2 jobs, and our children was at risk of not being financially supported because of her lies. I then let her back in after that, and I supported her and supported her and supported her. And yet she's done this to me again, all because I found her out with her lies. Every time she gets out with lies, she straight away targets my husband because he's the quiet one. As you can see, he doesn't say anything. It's me talking.
Yeah.
It's me talking.
And the thing
he's
is,
the quiet one. She targets him.
People are having a
because he's quiet.
Shouldn't have brought it here, but obviously the other girl has, so you've got no choice but to sort of defend yourself. You have to.
At first,
and it's not. To me, it's not revenge.
Before even TikTok, it was brought to Facebook. She was blocked on everything. She, couldn't contact her. We didn't have nothing to do with her. And then when TikTok came along, she's had Clean with Lisa Marie. It's just LMW slating the mental health and that she's been groped by her uncle and this and that, and that her children got beaten up and this and that. And it's all lies. It's all lies. But whatever, I've posted evidence of the NFAs by the police. What evidence has she posted to say that she has done a statement to the police about her being groped by her uncle? What evidence has she stated that her children got beaten up by their father?
Well, obviously she hasn't got any, otherwise she would have posted.
Not just beaten up, because she said they got raped.
Because she posts that she's fucking mentally ill, and she's mentally ill. She's unstable.
Can I just say one thing? It's all right, everybody jumping on the bandwagon over on the other side, because I've been watching their live as well. because I wanted to hear both sides of the story. Now I've heard.
You say on her side.
Like none of us knew this Lisa Marie until she had a vendetta against Cockapoo. Now, did the lady that she posted on TikTok have any say or anybody stick up for her of having her picture posted on TikTok for all of us to see?
That has been dealt with. That has been dealt with privately. I can't speak about that. That has been dealt with.
That's fine. And then what I was going to say to you guys, yes, you've brought the proof. I really have deep sympathy for your family, because the problem is, like you said, it's not just about you. It's not just about your husband. It's about your children. This stigma will follow you for life. It will follow your children for life. And it is so sad that there's people out there and there's people sitting over there defending her. And I'm sorry to say, as much as they're sitting in her life trying to defend her, she has done absolute disgusting things, and you can't deflect by saying she is now sitting in the hospital, because at the end of the day, she has ruined other people's lives. Whether or not it's to do with her mental health or not, she has ruined other people's lives. And Dave's right. Cockapoo has the right to defend herself, and all the people downstairs that are saying, oh, I believe her, I believe this. Well, guess what? You're not living the pain that Cockapoo, that Kirsty, their family, or anybody else, you're not living it. They are.
No,
they're
not.
living it day
They
by
just
day.
sit there and listen to it. They sit there and listen to it, and they take her word for it.
Exactly.
They enable her to carry on. That's what
Like
they're doing.
I
They're
said-
enabling her mental health to carry on. They're enabling
Like I
it.
said
They're making her
to you,
mental health
right?
worse by saying that.
Violence.
Before I even started this, I said to you, Georgina, I said, we can sit in this box, we can say our word, none of you have to believe us because it's our word. But we've got some proof to back our evidence up.
Yeah.
Where is any of her proof?
I do actually have a message from Lisa herself.
Highlands.
Yeah, hiya. I was just going to say it earlier. I don't know if it was Roxy that had said it, but when you said that you'd apparently been raped by her uncle or something, and then you like put some photographs up saying, would she be doing this if she got raped by him? I just wanted to say, like, victims of that type of abuse or any type of abuse, they do all act differently with the abusers, so they can act normal
Would she
with
leave her
them as
kids
well.
with him though? Would she leave her kids with us though? Even after she apologised, would she leave her children with us?
Yeah,
It's just,
I
it doesn't
understand.
happen. It's not right.
Yeah, it was me that said that, Lynn's love. It was me that said that. I said that purely because I have been in a rape situation. When I bumped into this rape situation, I broke down. I couldn't be anywhere near them. I still don't even want to be anywhere near. I don't even know where they are now. And this is a family friend. Do you know what I mean?
Can I just ask for clarification though? Her own mother.
I would not do that.
Do you know, her own mother sent us a text message as well stating that she knows it's not true because Lisa admitted to it wasn't true.
The thing I'm going to say, ladies, now we've spoken a lot about it. Nothing else that you're going to be able to add to it will convince people one way or the other. You wanted to bring the story here. You wanted to talk about it because of the things that she was saying, the things she still said on live tonight. There are other things that you're not talking about that you've not brought onto the app because of other ongoing situations.
Yeah.
There is other ongoing situations which we can't discuss.
Yeah.
And tonight will be another situation because she is not supposed to
talk about it.
Yeah, she's not supposed to talk about it. And yet because she knew that this live was happening, she decided to talk about it.
No, she's allowed to do that.
Cockapoo, why is everybody so obsessed with finding out who you are?
Who's that speaking? Rebecca.
Rebecca, yeah.
Do you know what it is, right? I've pissed off some people on the app, and I've pissed off 2 or 3 large creator type people, I think, and they decided that I'm an arsehole and condescending and all the rest of it. And I'm good with that. But what I'm not good with is the fact that the minute somebody comes in with this horrendous accusation that I have been responsible for something that's happened to 2 children because of a decision I've made,
I'm sorry. I'm not sitting there and not responding to it. So I don't know.
Can I just also add though?
What?
That the only reason why I did this as well is because there is someone vulnerable who she's going to target next, and that next vulnerable person may not be as strong as me, and they also may unalive themselves because of Lisa's actions, and this is not fair. It's not fair that she's targeted her ex-partner and said them horrible things. It's not fair that she did it to me and my husband. It's not fair she did it to Cockapoo. She has massively figured out the art of photoshopping. She has massively figured that out, and this is the thing: is this won't stop.
Through that every time.
Well, they did.
Yeah, they proved it. They proved it.
Okay.
They're not getting away with
They
that.
proved it.
I think the thing to focus on now, guys, is Lisa is obviously going to do and say what she wants about all of this. You just need to stay away from it, right?
Yeah, because I don't want anybody to. I don't know. There's people coming in.
Sorry, can Katie just speak? Katie's also being.
Yeah, that's fine. Yes, I do. So I don't really know Lisa at all. But obviously when her son was in hospital, and my little boy does a lot of fundraising to raise money for schools, etc. and stuff like that, we was approached by Kirsty to obviously fundraise for Lisa, which she did. We raised some money and stuff for her. Now, my only concern is that Lisa was posting stuff saying that her little boy was in the Leeds hospital, he was like dying, he was really poorly, and I get he was really poorly, but then the following day I was at our hospital, which is Halifax Hospital. We actually seen her little boy being pushed about in a pram, so he didn't have tubes in him or anything, you know, he were obviously getting better, but she was still making out like he was really poorly in intensive care in the Leeds hospital, and obviously he wasn't. So there's obviously that, but then never took it upon. I just thought, right, we'll just let it slip. So now we actually do the checks now for any fundraising. If anybody asks us to raise money, we do get it checked out, and she is the reason why, because she was lying. You know, it wasn't in hospital poorly as what she made out. She told us that he'd lost his toes and stuff, but yet he had all his tiny little feet when we seen him being pushed about in a pram by a nurse. And then fast forward a year or two later, her new fella that she got with was my husband's best friend. And because Lisa obviously knew that I knew that her little boy wasn't in the hospital because she'd been told, she then tried saying that I was having an affair behind my husband's back, which made my husband and his best friend, who was the best man at our wedding, then obviously fall out and try to cause us quite a lot of, you know, trouble. And it did cause a lot of trouble. You know, I had to then prove, obviously, that I wasn't having an affair. Luckily enough, my husband believed it. But then she was like making more lies up about me having like threesomes with this boyfriend's now ex-girl, who I don't even know the girl. So yeah, we have been a victim of the lies, and she is a liar.
Guys, people are saying for proof. Yes, we know there's no proof, and what some people are saying. I get that.
Where's Lisa's proof? Where's Lisa's proof?
So
Where's Lisa's proof?
This is what I'm saying. It's hearsay on both sides, so you've got to just make out what you believe. So, you know, she's gone live with it, and so yeah.
Yeah, let her go live with it. We've shown our proof, but from the beginning when she started saying all this, she's not proved nothing.
Defend ourselves anyway, because she'll have us all blocked. And no doubt we'll all have police at door tomorrow.
Yeah, you will. They've already said that to call the police, so just to be warned. But yes, Kirsty, you know, I'm going to go, but Kirsty, Roxy, I really do hope it's one day that you do get some ease off of this, and I'm glad you brought proof to us. And Angie, I appreciate that you've helped bring this to light, because it don't matter about people sitting down there trying to distract by silly little comments. At the end of the day, the girls brought the proof. They're living the hell. So, you know, have a little bit of respect for them too as well. And Cockapoo, I'm glad you're okay. It's been a shame that we ain't seen you much more.
Yeah.
All right, thanks guys.
Thanks,
Thank you.
The letter proves that we're a victim of Lisa. Where's the proof of us, her being a victim of us?
I don't know where this lady, whether she was doing it to get whatever, and to go in Canadian Angie's live and people to believe this is just wrong anyway.
I was going to also say, I know Canadian Angie's not happy about this live going ahead and various people, but you got to also remember Canadian Angie did hold a live with her in the box. You know,
exactly, but she could have ruined Cockapoo.
I'm not to say that, but saying what she's got to say with, you know, no evidence. So, you know, you just go by what you believe at the end of the day. Hearsay, you know, and hearsay at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
She went into big creators boxes.
You can't put someone on your platform and just and let them have their say and let them just run with whatever they're running with. And not
exactly. She went into big creators boxes, started slating that her uncle had done this, done that, done the other with no proof. It was just her word and her word only. And everybody took that word on board, didn't they? They took it on board and they're still taking it on board. Right? Whether we've got an NFA letter or not, it still states that there was no further action.
If everybody...
Roxy,
if you look at the bigger picture...
Roxy, sorry, Nana, can I just clarify something? The bit that you're talking about, she didn't go in and talk about that in Canadian Angie's or Remy's. She did that on another large creators platform back in, what was it, February this year or earlier. And February this year, and those were the accusations that she made against your husband, Kirsty, weren't they?
Yeah.
And that I believe was on Evil Queen's platform.
Yes, it was, yes. But she still sat there on a massive creators platform, giving her word without no evidence. She still sat there and people took her word.
And you've got to also think about people who's in these boxes. What about Cockapoo's mental health, Kirsty's mental health, Rebecca's mental health? You know what I mean? Just not here crying.
Mental health is massive. And I don't...
And what about your children's mental health and what they went through? Because the police was coming to your house.
My sister and her children had to watch their father get taken away by the police, and not just one policeman, by loads of policemen, and it scarred them for life over something that she's lied about.
So, guys, I'm not trying. Sorry, I need to respond to a comment. I am not trying to get at EQ. What I'm trying to do is protect Canadian Angie, actually, because people would have assumed that it was Canadian Angie who platformed this other story that Lisa's telling.
Sorry, somebody was making comments. It was on her.
That's the only reason I'm raising it.
Cockapoo,
can I just say though?
Anything on this app, anything what happens, you get the blame. Like, I just don't know how that works.
Yeah. Can I just quickly say, 'cause I'm reading some of the comments. This is not revenge. I've come in here to basically state the truth, and I don't want anybody to follow me. I don't want anybody to, harass me after it. I want to be left alone. That is all I want. I wasn't going to do this until she did it to Cockapoo. I just want to be left alone and protect others from Lisa's behaviour. I'm not saying she hasn't got mental health. What I'm saying is that she cannot go around blaming mental health every time she tells a lie to destroy someone's life. It's not fair. It is not fair, and it's not fair on my children suffered massively. They had to have counselling at school because of what she did, which was proven by the police a lie, an absolute lie, and yet the police had our phone. Well, they took my husband's phone, they gave it to him gladly. I gave him my phone gladly, and they found nothing, not a thing on any of our devices to prove that we did that photo. So that is why we got the other day.
But do you know what it's like? When I've been listening, 100. This is what I feel. What it's like is I'm listening to people saying, "So I've been a victim and I'm now a survivor of SA." So she's gonna made up a story of this. To me, I'm so angry and hurt inside. To think anyone could say that to a person that hasn't done it and make up an awful, terrible lie like that. I mean, it's just madness. Madness.
It is madness, and her behaviour won't stop. I'm seeing comments and people saying it's acting. I have not had no chance of speaking to anybody today. I have been back and forwards, doctors, schools, picking up. I've got children with autism, and I'm literally, my life is hectic. I don't have time to sit on the platform. What I've done today is I've come on now when Douglas Vanjie went live, and I spoke the truth. And nothing but the truth. And that's why Lisa has found out about it and took upon herself to start mentioning our names again. I took that risk of her again mentioning our names again and slandering us all over her TikTok, putting on her tears again. this is what people are enabling her because she knows how to put on a good show. She's good at manipulating. She's done it for years. And people have been victims of Lisa's manipulation and lies. And I'll make it quite clear. If any of you have been in Lisa's lives, you will have seen and heard that she actually said that her children's dad, the eldest two, took her childhood away from her. So that means one thing and one thing only. So then why is she then going back to my husband's done it? She cannot make her mind up of who's done it to her at all. I've got messages proving. She said to me, my uncle never did it, this person did it, or that person did it, or that person did it. She's just obsessed with FA. She's obsessed with it. Yes, she's got mental health problems, but that has nothing to do with SA. I think it's to do with some sort of upbringing, which I know about, and I'm not going to bring it to the app because I sat at the kitchen table and I heard everything with her mum and her sister. And there was no SA mentioned ever. It was how she was brought up.
He's going to do something one day and stop it.
Hi, Agony Ants.
Hello, Ange. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm just going to pause a little bit, yeah.
Okay. All I want to say is, I know everyone keeps saying about where's Lisa's proof, but how can Lisa, if it happened to her, how can she bring proof? I mean, realistically, how can she bring
report to say?
No, right, but
Yes.
obviously the partner was...
spoke about it. If she'd been done for it, then he could have spoke about it, couldn't she? She could have.
But you're saying the partner, your partner was NFA'd. So straight away, so many people get NFA'd. I mean, that is a known fact. A lot of cases don't go through
evidence
because it's exactly there's not enough evidence.
No, not enough evidence.
It does not mean that it doesn't happen. It didn't happen.
She admitted
by him, it's not
She might, you might say she might have admitted it, and she might have admitted it. And I totally get that you don't want to believe your husband done that. Obviously, I get that, but it doesn't mean it didn't happen.
The only thing that I would say
didn't happen by him. Can I just say, Agony Ann, I have messages to prove she phoned me and apologised to my husband on the phone and blamed bipolar for it. She blamed bipolar and mental health.
Was there a reason for that? How do you know that she hadn't had a conversation with him? She was worried. He had said something.
Because we've not had no conversation with her for 2 years.
No,
we blocked her.
I mean your husband. How do you know your husband hadn't had a conversation with her?
We share
husband.
We share the same platform.
Honestly, you don't know what husband.
He's so timid. Can I just say something here? So, does that mean that everybody who receives an NFA is still guilty?
No, definitely no. A lot of people are not guilty.
Exactly. So the guy that raped me, we got NFA'd. Do you know why he got NFA'd? Because I was 18, and he said that I was legal to have the SEX. So he got NFA'd.
Right, but a lot of these cases do get NFA'd. I mean, that is a fact, as we know. Whether it's right or wrong, that's obviously a whole different.
The only thing
but they do get NFA'd. So the chance. I mean, if it did happen, it did happen. You don't want to believe it happened. I get that. Obviously, totally understand that. But it did happen. We just don't know. But there wouldn't be no proof for it.
Why did she lie about her children's father being in prison for the things that she said? Why did she lie about that?
I didn't hear what you said. Sorry.
So she's lied and said that her partner was in the Leeds newspapers. He went to prison for something like 10 years or something. I think I recall, and that he'd done things to the children. Why did she lie about that?
Well, I don't know. Well, they're saying that though. How do you know that maybe it didn't happen to her when she was younger? And that's what's made her mentality a bit more the way she is.
Well, she said our child had an illness and he'd lost his toes, and he hadn't lost his toes. So she lied about that. Why would anyone say that about your own child?
Well, obviously, I don't know.
Can we just also say that she also...
Why did she fake messages from me? She faked messages that I'm allegedly...
I understand why this has been done, because you want to clear your name, and you brought
exactly. She lied about her own child dying to get out of paying rent.
Into it to clear your name.
No.
That's why you've done this.
Not true.
That's 100% why you've done this.
I understand why you might think that, but that's not true. I didn't know that there was anybody on the app that was related to her. They came to me. They asked me if they could platform this. I haven't done this out of revenge.
No, but as soon as they came to you, you made sure that you could use that so that you could let them say what they want to say as a family to out this girl that's obviously ill to clear your name, even though
it doesn't give her a pass.
It doesn't give, just because she's got mental health doesn't give her a pass to go ruin people's lives.
No, I'm not saying it does give her a pass, and honestly, personally, I don't think it is cockapoo. But at the same time, this doesn't even prove that it's not you, because this has nothing to do with you, it's to do with the family.
No, it's to do with outing the girl that's lying.
See, I need to be able to respond, love, please. So the thing that it does prove is she's lied. And she's lied about a lot of things. Whether she's lied about everything, I don't know and you don't know, right? But what it proves is that she is a liar. And I'm good enough with that now.
Well, you would be, because it's you that are trying to make sure that you can clear your name.
Well, why wouldn't I?
Why does she need to clear her name? What's she done wrong?
It's not clearing your name.
We don't know what we don't know. I don't think she's whatever the lady Lisa is saying she is. I don't think that myself, no. But this isn't clearing your name. This is about the family situation.
So say for instance then, you're saying that Cockapoo's done this to benefit her, really, to clear her name.
100%.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. So what about this lady that she said that who was Cockapoo? What if anything had happened to that lady because this woman who's dangerous has gone and said another lie and something's happened to that lady and she's got no idea what's going on? Then what?
No, you're saying about the lady, but she didn't. She showed a photo of a lady that was her. Was it a social worker or something? That lady.
She shouldn't even be doing that.
I'm not saying she should be doing that, but she knows that lady is a social worker, and she's putting the voice to Cockapoo's voice, thinking it's the right one. So yes, there probably is. She has got it wrong. I expect. I don't know, but she's put the photo out there.
You're saying, I'm sorry, but you're saying a lot of what ifs. But these people that have come in these boxes and that have been brave enough to come in and say their story, they should be heard as well. And people like you are
What do you mean say their story? The lady has literally just said about her husband being wrongly accused, which nobody knows if he was wrongly accused at all. She wants to believe he was wrongly accused. So what else have they said? You know, the lady isn't very well, quite obviously.
You don't even look deeper into the situation. This man got arrested for something he didn't do.
Okay, and he got NFA'd, and no for the comments, I'm nothing to do with family whatsoever.
Just say, for instance, he didn't do it. Where's your sympathy and your energy towards this lady that her husband had to go through that, her kids had to see that, and that they have to live with knowing that their dad had been accused of that, and he wasn't able to keep a job because of what she had said, the accusations. Then this lady decides to say, I'm sorry, it was my mental health at the time, and then come back into this person's life and then lie all over again. Where's your energy for this lady that's been through this?
Yes, and obviously, if it was all that she has definitely lied, then yes, obviously we're going to have sympathy for their side. But what I'm saying
it doesn't sound like that to me.
You're not to hear what it sounds like to you, but because Lisa is on another live crying her eyes out, there's got to be something in the middle.
Well, Kirsty's been crying her eyes out on this app because of what's happened to her and her family. So where's your sympathy for this lady?
Right, we don't want sympathy. We just want to. We just want people to know.
People are going to come in.
You just want to out this girl and say that she's lied, say that she's done this, say that she's done that.
If you're wanting sympathy, right? If you're wanting sympathy, this girl decided. She decided to do all this. Couple of weeks after we just buried my younger sister. A couple of weeks, right? If you want sympathy, yeah, my younger sister died in her sleep, and she decided to do all of this all over her TikTok, right? So that's just, Johnson, I'll give you sympathy. Don't worry about that. I can cry and sit here and tell you about this and that. It's easy to do so, isn't it? It's easy to do so. But I'm not going to do that. Do you know why? Because I know that people will sit back and say it's their word against ours. And it is our word against hers. Well, there's nothing we can do to change anybody's mind.
And you need to sit back and say, who brought this to TikTok? She brought this to TikTok.
She brought it to TikTok.
Nobody else brought this to TikTok. So why did she bring this to TikTok? Why did she bring this to TikTok?
She brought this to TikTok without even
100%.
Being
She's
on
ruining
TikTok.
people's lives.
I can't hear you very well because I've got the music's playing from somewhere.
I'm sorry, I get angry because I am a victim of SA, and for somebody to go around saying things like that when there was no proof to it, and then say sorry, so obviously he didn't do it. So then to turn around and say he did do it again
got that
after
message.
that,
I'm
sorry,
can I just say,
there
I
is no
have got that
sympathy
message
from
where
me
she
for that.
stated, I've got the message where she apologised and said sorry, and she also said it wasn't my husband, it was other family members, but then she's then backtracked and said it was her kid's dad who took a child away. She has literally blamed every single bloke she's been in contact with.
Can I just say, I think a lot of women, unfortunately, have been SA'd. They have. But not a lot of women, after they've been SA'd, has left their child in the sole care of their abuser by choice to go to a pub. Now, I'm not being funny. Whether it happened or not, no one's ever going to know. What I do know is if it did happen and she left that child in that man's care, bad mother. If she's lying about the SA and everything like that, absolute dickhead move. Either way, she's lied and left her children vulnerable to her lies and her deceit. She lied in 2018 about her child having pneumonia. That was proven by social services to be a lie. She was on a bender. Now, you can all have your input, you can all have your say, but yes, it means there's no evidence. But also, she's contradicting herself too much for it to be the truth.
I've got evidence of her lying about pneumonia.
I just have to see the comment. My husband can't be lying. My husband isn't having anything to do with this. He is literally sat in the room, minding his own business, and Lisa goes for him because she can't get to me because she knows I out her life. I out her life. She goes to him because he's the quiet one. She knows that he literally, he doesn't do anything wrong. Yet she's saying all this now, but yet she was the one that came to me and my husband via a phone call on her ex-partner's account and cried down the phone to my husband and myself, saying, I am so sorry I put you through that. My mental health worker said I had to make right what I'd done wrong. Please forgive me. It wasn't you. It was I'm not going to say the names, but then she's backtracked that, and then she said, hang on a minute, no, it was my kid's dad. He took my childhood away, blah, 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 blah. You need to be observant of what she's saying because to be a liar, you have to be a very, very good liar. And trust me, you watch back on all her videos, she literally slips herself up about 1 million times. Now, you're saying that my husband could have done it. Well, that's funny because when she said he did it, my husband had nothing to do with her. She was living with her father. Living with her father. My husband had nothing to do with her growing up. Her own mother, which has texted me on the phone, has said my husband never had nothing to do with her growing up.
He's not been around her?
Never. No. The only time he's ever been around Lisa is when her mother has been there and her mother took her back home, and that was when she was a bit older. Now, bear in mind, when she was 12, I got with my husband, her uncle, and I've seen her behaviour from that age. I have seen her behaviour. I know that when she was 12-year-old, she was sexually active with a bloke and her virginity was taken by an older man. I know that because she came to my sister's flat and changed herself.
Right,
so,
there is proof of her lying about the pneumonia claim, saying she was in one hospital than the other. There is sufficient proof for that. It is a social service document, so it would need to be edited so the kids don't get outed and the addresses do not get leaked. And it's from 2018, where it was proven that she lied about certain health issues her children did not have for sympathy. So we all need to take into account that it's an ongoing situation and it starts and restarts and restarts. On top of this, she claims she doesn't know how to use TikTok. She's had 3 previous TikTok accounts where she went live, where she had boxes, where she had gifts, where she did battles. To then say, after everything that happened with Cockapoo, literally a day after, oh, I don't know what the gifts are, or I don't know how to do this, oh, my boxes are open. No, it's all bullshit. She knows exactly what she's doing. She knew exactly what she's doing. There is videos all over my Facebook, personal Facebook, which I can send to a lady I've been talking to, that proves she knows what she's doing when it comes to TikTok. That is another piece of evidence that people are not exactly looking at. She's lied about MS. She's lied about having MS. She's lied about having epilepsy. It's all been proven that these things she hasn't got. The only thing she does have is compulsive liar syndrome and the fact that she is mentally ill. She does need help, of course she does. But to bring other people's life into it and to use mental health to be a shitty person is not the way you want to go forward at all.
We can all have sympathy for people with mental health, and we wish her that she would get the help that she's needed, because obviously she does need help. But you can't go along the way and destroy people's lives. That's not fair. So as much as we have sympathy for this lady, and we wish that she would get better, what she's doing is so wrong, and people should stop enabling her.
They do enable her though. They sat there going, "Oh, you take care of yourself, sweetie. I believe what you're saying." And then she's going, "My second eldest son got 54 broken bones from his dad, and me eldest daughter, she got all her bones broken from her dad." But if that's the case,
hi Angie,
he has never ever been in jail for anything like that, and he still sees the kids on a weekly bloody basis.
But this is the point. So if I went into her live and I heard her saying about SA, and she was saying about what happened with her, I would obviously relate to her and I would feel sympathy for her, because that's what you would do. Somebody that's listening to that, you would. But when there's proof out there that this hasn't happened, then this lady is very dangerous in what she's doing. And I'm sorry, but you and your sister and her husband and Cockapoo have got every right to stand up for themselves. When if someone was accusing me, I would fight everything.
We've got every right to stick up for ourselves, because she did it in a platform. She did it on a platform without us knowing, right? We couldn't stick up for ourselves. We couldn't say our say. She did this. She started this, and we still let her do it because we didn't want anything to do with her. But then, when she picked on Cockapoo, and we seen that what she was doing to Cockapoo, we're like, this girl we need to tell our side of the story, because she's going for Cockapoo, and it's not right. And what she's saying about Cockapoo, it's not the same lady.
Yeah, I didn't use these. Guys,
can I just say something, please? I've got something to say. So currently, at the moment, the police are involved.
So why come on alive if police are involved in all this?
No, please, Sarah, just listen,
doesn't
please.
mean that something didn't happen.
Can you just, Sarah, please, can you just listen? You just don't talk to me. I haven't finished.
That don't go around.
Can you just mute her a minute? Because she just don't talk to me and I haven't finished.
She's absolutely disgusting as well. Are you not going to say that to her?
No, because that's like I'm watching this live. This is my opinion on this live.
But you've overstopped me when I haven't even finished. So basically, you've jumped in on me when I haven't even finished saying what I was going to say. Okay. That's what you've done. You've literally just overtook me when I have just before I was going to say something. So what I'm going to say is, the kid's dad, yes, he has contacted the police. Yes, the police are involved because of Lisa's lies.
And this is what I'm saying. Tell 1,800 people.
He has just told me.
He's watching the live right now.
He has just told me to tell us all.
Listen, Sarah, I understand your point.
No, because it's just so wrong that you're doing this and you're outing that
She had 2,000
She's done it continuously for months.
This is just wrong. It's just completely wrong that you've
in her life when she accused the father
and also for people
hurting the children. So that's not on to just come and say that, okay, we've got all these people in the live for this, that and the other. Were you shouting that over on her live? No, you weren't. So that is not on either.
Yeah. Just literally calling you, Sarah, and you have just literally jumped on people when really I'm not being funny, Rock, but it's people like you.
Live.
You've jumped on me before I even got a chance to say anything, and you've jumped on me, and yet it's people like you who are enabling Lisa to carry on with their life.
I'm an SA victim who's highly patronised by the fact that Roxy just said victims don't go then onto their abusers and act like nothing's happened or have pictures with like such and such.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm a victim of that as well. But I would be scared around my victim.
I wouldn't leave my children in the hands of my abuser to go to a pub.
Some people
Absolutely not.
No.
You don't know, right?
No.
Definitely not. No. No.
I know my children, what she's saying, in some of her things, she's
people
right.
that have been abused, things happen. So who are we to do all this online with a whole bunch of people, 13 plus, that can access this app to do things like this?
She bought it to the app. She did it herself. She bought it to the app.
So two wrongs make a right? No, it's wrong.
You're
wrong.
So,
I'm not being
if your husband was accused of SA by one of your brothers or uncles,
then I won't come on TikTok and tell 1,000.
Right, but that's what she's done. That's what she's done.
She did that.
It doesn't mean
you are over here, Sarah. You are over here, basically. Right, Sarah, you're over here, basically telling us that two wrongs don't make a right. For months and months and months and months, this girl has
no further
literally...
action does not mean that he did not do something to her.
Not saying that it did. Not saying that it... What we're saying is she has actually admitted...
You bring proof as a child when you're 12-year-old or whatever that someone's done something.
You fucking brought it to the app at fucking 24-year-old.
No, but you've just been discussing about her being SA'd when she was 12.
No.
She just does that herself. So where have you come from? Have you actually been watching her
She
live?
was sexually active when she was 12.
Yes, she was.
That is
Yes,
great.
she was.
Yes, she was.
Great, and you shouldn't be
Yes,
discussing
she was. And
somebody else's abuse.
she wasn't
story.
SA'd at all.
Anyway,
Sarah, maybe you want to be going back over to Lisa's live and you want to be giving her more support.
been in Lisa's live.
Quite frankly, Sarah, you've come over here, you do not know the girl, and you've told me that we should not agree. I'm not arguing with you, Sarah.
I haven't been in Lisa's
Sarah, answer me this question, Sarah. Answer me this question. If this was your family and this was your partner and that was happening to him and somebody lied about it, what would you do?
I wouldn't be on TikTok telling 1,800 people.
Right, but she put it on TikTok to start with. So if she put it on TikTok to start with, so what are these people meant to do?
You asked me a question, now let me answer.
You answer it then.
I wouldn't be on TikTok telling 1,800 people that this didn't happen and my husband was innocent. I'd be going to the police and slamming this woman for all of this, what she has done.
Have you not been watching this live?
Have you not been watching
We've
it?
done that.
We have done.
It didn't happen. Nobody can even read that.
She plays by the Mental Health Act why she can't get fucking arrested, because every time it happens, she puts herself in the Dales.
She only puts herself in the Dales once.
Deflecting. Listen, it doesn't mean your husband's
You're
innocent,
saying
love.
that, but then this lady went and put it all over TikTok to start with. So you answer me that. Why, if she was a victim of this, why would she put it all over the internet for this to be spoken about?
A lot of victims do that. There's a lot of victims on TikTok that do
Why
that.
can't the people that she's blaming stick up themselves?
Why can't they respond then?
Do that.
Why can't we respond?
When I took my
you can't respond. It's the way that you're
to
doing
court,
it. And
he had his my say. That's how it works. So she cannot bring it to TikTok, and then this lady sit back and let her
woman's got mental health, and regardless of whether your husband did this to her or not, this woman's got mental health. I'm not saying feeling sorry for her. I'm not saying that. I'm saying don't add to it. Just ignore the fact that it's happened. Why do you need to tell people that don't even know?
We've sat on this for months.
Mental health. Why is it just her mental health?
Listen, please, will you stop? A minute, just stop. You're going round and round in circles.
And can you try and put the letter in the big box?
I'm talking for a minute. You're going round in circles. Sarah, you've got a point about it being on TikTok. You really, really, really have. I genuinely agree with you. However, these ladies did not bring it to TikTok. Lisa brought it to TikTok in February. She's then come on and accused me of being involved in things that have happened to her children. She said that her husband is in prison, her partner is in prison for it.
Has she been prosecuted for any of these things that she said? I'm not saying that they're not true. I'm not saying that they're true.
No, because she claims the Mental Health Act, so they can't do anything.
Prosecuted and been like, this is what I'm trying to say. It's not like, why are these lives held? Why is like
Why did Lisa?
why is her husband not here
Why
doing
did
this?
listen? Why did Lisa run up a live and get 2,000? She put a load of posts out. It took her 4 or 5 days. She did some videos. She went into some big creators' boxes and she started to tell lies. Why did Lisa do that? What did Lisa think was going to happen? Did she think we were all just going to crawl away and not respond?
Why don't you educate yourself on mental health, on certain things, right, to do with certain bits of mental health and what actually happens and what people do? When people have had trauma, no, let me finish. When certain people have had trauma, I'm not saying that these things have happened to her, by the way. I don't know. I don't know her.
You don't know us either.
Sarah, that comment, can I just say, that comment has just made me laugh. That don't look like a police official NFA letter. No, that is a solicitor's NFA letter from the police, as it states in there. So please read it properly. It's getting absolutely ridiculous now. And
NFA does not mean it didn't happen.
Sarah, have you been over and asked Lisa Marie?
No, I don't speak to Lisa because I'm not interested.
That NFA does mean it happened because they took our phones. They took our phones and didn't find anything. She posted a Photoshop. They took our phones. Didn't find any such images on our phones at all. It was proven.
We did. Shut her down in a breath. It's all about TikTok. It's all about telling people that you don't know. Oh,
no, but Sarah, where have you been? Because we've just shown the victim letter from the police.
Go to the police then. She's harassing you. She's doing this, she's doing that, she's doing other. What I don't agree with
you not just shown the letter?
Is what Roxy said about victims. Like, that is triggering.
Which Roxanne has been a victim herself. She has been a victim herself.
Ladies, can I just intervene, ladies? Because I know that you went through a lot.
Guys, I'm going to drop because I that's it. I don't even know this Lisa person. I like to watch Angie's lives.
I'm going to talk about criminal investigation and social investigation. So I don't know which one you are, but you might want to drop. You might not want to. But my job is I deal with children who've been sexually abused all the time.
Oh, Joanne, get out my box. I'm seriously out. Get out.
Sorry,
you drop me because I don't know how to drop.
I told you to behave.
No,
she's a doctor. She's a lawyer. She's a teacher.
I don't know how to drop. I don't.
Every day she's something different.
There is the letter.
Every day she's something different.
Yeah, bun the letter. NFA don't mean nothing, girl.
No,
please drop me because
victim. It says the victim of Lisa Marie Allenson. You read it properly. It says these are the victims.
Instead of going to police,
because the police said I can prove. The police have said that I can prove my husband was innocent. That is what the police have said. I asked them.
Bollocks.
The police don't do anything for harassment.
Bollocks. They would not tell you to go on TikTok.
Yes, the police officer said, yes, they did. On my sister's grave, yes, they did. I spoke to them and they said, I cannot get into trouble for speaking the truth. That's what they said.
She did.
Well, if you think it's
bollocks. You might think it's bollocks, but you think everything that's been said on this line is bollocks.
Guys, can I just also say NFA doesn't mean, like you said, not guilty, but it doesn't mean guilty either.
No, it doesn't. It means that there wasn't enough evidence to take to either court, like CPS, It doesn't mean anything. She's not proving he's innocent by doing that.
She also, when she made the accusations, couldn't prove his guilt. And she's lied about a lot.
Because no images was found on our phones. Nothing was found on our phones at all. They had our phones.
On her own son. She put a death threat on her own son.
Look,
which I took to the police myself.
Because I think we're just going round in circles.
I think it's done now because we're not getting anywhere and it's pathetic. I didn't come in here because I came in to speak the truth and that was it. And I'm done with it. I just want peace now in my life. I want peace. I just want peace.
Yeah, I don't want peace, but I'll come online to 1,800 people. I want
Sarah, get a grip. Go to Lisa then and tell her the same.
Kirsten Roxy, Sarah's dropped now, but listen, the point is, and I'm just going to finish on this, nobody brought it to TikTok except Lisa. Lisa brought it to TikTok. She's brought it twice. She's made lots of accusations.
Dropped it more than twice, Cockapoo. More than twice.
She's doxed a lady that are in her court papers called Jenny Bradshaw. I have reached out to CAFCAS, the organisation that Jenny Bradshaw works for, explained what's going on so that she can take the necessary precautions now.
But she has also, Cockapoo, she has also then gone ahead and put her ex-partner's name online and told, look, maybe 2,000 people to 5,000 people in her life when they've been sat there telling him that he did such horrible things to his daughter and to his son, which never happened, and apparently he was in prison. He isn't in prison. He's messaged me. He said the police are involved, and he's actually been watching this live tonight. So this is what I'm saying. She is, yes, she might have mental health problems, but she cannot keep behaving like this. It is not fair, ruining people's lives. It's not fair on us. It's not fair on Lisa's victims, the victims of Lisa.
I understand. I understand,
it's not fair.
But Kirsten, you're just knocking your head against a brick wall. There's people.
Good evening.
There's people that don't.
Good evening, ladies. Can I just jump in for 2 minutes?
Yeah.
I just want to, and it's a trigger warning, so it's out there. When I were 8-year-old, my dad essayed me, and for many, many years, none of my family believed that my dad did anything. I was telling everybody I could think about, my teachers, my friends, everybody. So sometimes victims of SA are not always believed. But I'm not saying that in this case, and I'm certainly not. People perceive things in their own way. And a lot of people tend to shy away from a lot of subjects like these, and they really do. Even my own mum didn't believe me, and I tried for many, many years to convince people that I wasn't lying, my dad was doing that. I mean, my mum and dad split up when I was 4-year-old. And another trigger warning, because I'd seen my dad assault my mum, this is why they split up. So I got the blame for that. So my dad's side of the family absolutely hated me because they said it was my fault, basically. That the whole family had been split in half. And I think sometimes, like, it's not the victim, it is the people around the victim that need educating on these matters. And I think sometimes people tend to shy away from these subjects just because it's too hard to deal with. And I think for yourself, I can't remember everybody's name, Cockapoo especially. I mean, I felt for you so badly when all that came out. And I just think you are such a wonderful lady.
And can I just say, Jackie, I'm sorry that happened to you. I really am sorry that happened to you. There's no words for it, but it has happened to a lot of people, and I get that. I understand that.
Yes,
but
yes, my darling.
Believe me, the more, and it should be spoken about, but believe me, we have been absolutely annihilated. Not just us. Her ex-partner has had the worst things said about him, and I'm coming off now because this has really upset me. It's took me to a point now where I'm literally at the point where it's upset me, And I haven't got time to be explaining myself over and over again to make sure that people believe. I don't want people to believe me. I want to be left alone. I want Lisa to live a normal life. She could live a normal life if she wasn't so infatuated on ruining other people's constantly.
And yes,
you know,
entirely. Yeah. And for me, for myself, it was my dad's side of the family that were kind of that bad to me, especially.
I can sympathise with that.
Even when my dad passed away, I went to his funeral. I was the only family member from our side that went. And I got hounded out of the church by my dad's side of the family. And that was just, to me, oh my God, it was the most heartbreaking thing I've ever been through in my entire life. Because I thought, I've made an effort, I've come, even though he did those things to me. So I do understand from a lot of point of views, because like, it took me a lot of years to talk about what I went through, because nobody believed me at all.
I mean, I was lucky because someone did believe me, but I can sympathise with it, honestly, because my dad, who did it to me, his side of the family shunned me and was never accepted ever again.
Yeah, exactly the same here, my darling.
And everybody's got their own story, and I am certainly not somebody that can turn around and say everybody feels this, everyone feels that. Everyone feels their own. What I'm saying is, if you do
definitely.
say things like this and they are not true, then it ruins people's lives, and not just their lives, the family's lives.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, but I think we should, you know, because I think we are going around in circles and stuff. I think we should just, you know, shut it down. I think, you know, people can have their own opinion on it and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I said from the beginning, Angie. I said, you know, people don't have to believe what we're saying. It's our word against their word. You know, we've only brought a little bit of proof. It's not a lot of proof. NFA doesn't mean that he didn't do it or did do it. It doesn't mean that at all. But it does mean that we are a victim of Lisa Marie. And that is all we are proving. And so is Cockapoo. Cockapoo is a victim of Lisa Marie.
Yeah.
That is all we are proving, Angie.
And I
thank you,
totally
everybody, for
agree with
joining.
you.
Thank you. I do appreciate everyone for joining the awareness live.
Can I just say,
I
I hope Lisa
appreciate
Marie
you
does
letting
get
me
the
up,
help she
Angie.
needs.
I hope she does get the help she
Appreciate you
needs.
putting me in the box, darling. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, Jack.
I love watching you. It's absolutely fantastic watching you. So,
thank you so much.
and I hope everybody gets things sorted out and can be a little bit happier. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not even happy in my life now, and I'm 55-year-old. But we battle through and we get along, and that's it. That's all we can do.
100%, yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much,
take care,
guys.
everybody, and thank you for allowing us in your box. I know you didn't have to do this, Angie. It was just of, you know, speak the truth, nothing but the truth, and know the whole truth, whether people hears us or not. It's you know, it doesn't mean anything. Our voices mean nothing to nobody.
Yeah.
No, and it don't sometimes.
It doesn't.
But
our voices mean nothing.
Sometimes
and,
it's
you know,
better
you'll
to
get
get out
people that'll
there.
say, well, I've been through this. I'd like tonight with Lisa, and she knew that we was going live tonight, so she's got all her followers going in on her live just to pre-warn people what we was going to do. That's how much of a vindictive person she is, but I do hope she does get the help that she needs. I really do.
Yeah. I mean, definitely, if I was you, I would carry on speaking your own truth, and that's all you can do.
And that's all you can do. Believed or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, well,
thank you, everybody.
People will either believe you or they won't believe you, and it's simple as that.
Exactly, love. You all take care now.
A lot of people are so fickle, and they're just pathetic sometimes.
Yeah,
they are. But what can you do? What can you do? Like I said,
love. Yeah.
you can sit in a box and you can say your word. People might take it, people might not.
I am 1,000,000% there with
Our
you, my
word
darling.
means nothing to nobody.
1,000,000% with you, sweetheart, and I wish you all the best.
Yeah,
And
you take care now. Thank you, Angela.
I hope one of these days
guys.
that
Thank
you can
you so
find
much.
a little bit of peace.
You too, love. I'll see you all in a bit.
Yeah.
See you later.
Thank you very
care.
much.
Bye.
Thank you, Angie.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Thank you, darling.
Bye, Jack.
I don't know what I've done here.
Oh, I can now do it. Thank you so much.
Can you kick me?
Oh dear. There you go, guys, done. Stop being so mean. Who's been mean? Let's see who's live. No one's really live. What do you want to talk about now, guys? Mama Kaz has been outed. Oh, really? By next drama, go into no face. No, right. Okay, let me get my other phone. Next. Oh, sorry, Babalusha. Kaz. Right. Let's have a look at no face then, shall we? Next drama.